Hello, my name is Helen Harris. I'm an expert relationship therapist, a marriage coach, which means that I work with marriages and relationships, and also a specialist in love addiction and codependency. What I'm going to talk about in this video today is this whole thing about the pursued, the pursuer. And we all know what that feels like. But let's begin with the beginning of a relationship, which I often do in all my videos. It might be that it might not be a relationship. It might be somebody that you're infatuated with, or somebody that you have a crush on, or somebody that you're attracted to, unbeknown to them, that you feel really drawn to, but they're not taking any notice of you. They're, so you're quite invisible for them. Or you may be in a relationship and this may have gone on for several weeks, several months, and the pattern and the negative loop cycle is on, off, or they come back, whoever you might be with, if you are in a relationship, and there's something about them beginning to feel that you may be pursuing them too much. Or if you are the one that's pursued, you may feel pressured, hijacked, taken over, smothered, and want to flee in the opposite direction. And when I think about this, I think it's perhaps one of the most painful things that can go on in a relationship, because there's so much about when two people mutually feel that they actively want to be together, so the love equilibrium is balanced, and that you feel that that person feels as much for you as you do them. But what happens if I'm saying pursued, pursuer, but it's possible that you may be attracted to somebody, which is a very typical thing in love addiction and codependency, where you're drawn to somebody that in many ways can't give you the love that you want. They may be emotionally unavailable. They may be emotionally distant, shut down from you, far away, not present. This is my point. I'm talking about possibly a love avoidant. My point is that the moment that somebody is like that and is moving away from you, you possibly, if it's you that's listening to this video right now, who may be the pursuer, whether you're the passive pursuer or you pretend that you're not really interested, but basically you're not able to be vulnerable or to show that person what you feel, or you may pursue them and feel this awful sense of shame, this awful sense of guilt and embarrassment, as if you've showed yourself up. That sense of, it shouldn't be me that's doing this. If only they would pick up the phone, or if only they would conquest me. But my point is that it very much comes down to this sense of powerlessness and vulnerability we feel in the hands of another if that love equilibrium is unbalanced. And what I'm trying to get to is that the more you're preoccupied by the direction your own life is going in, the more you work on your own sense of self-worth and your own sense of self-respect, moving away from codependency, then that kind of sense of you being the pursuer or being the love addicted one, so that you're constantly in a state of the debilitating and devastating symptoms of love addiction and love withdrawal, whether you're in a relationship or whether you want to be in a relationship, or whether you're in a what I call a push-pull relationship, as if it goes round in a negative loop. I want you, I don't want you, please don't leave me. This is the kind of loop I'm talking about that can go on in relationships. But one of the most important things is to understand that so many of these very primal feelings, even passion, loving too much, loving more than loving that person more than your own life, has so much to do with you reclaiming your self-worth and you moving into an internal world to self-heal, that you do have that strength inside of you. And if somebody doesn't, if you are in a sense of unrequited love, impossible love, that it's yo-yoing, it's on 1 minute, off the next, then you're pursuing, then you're ringing, and you want reasons, and you want this person to see the light, perhaps giving them copious books to get through to them so that they get and understand why they're cocooned in this very love-avoidant, unavailable world. Don't knock so hard. I'm not suggesting you leave them, and I know there's lots of videos and books and self-help books around saying no contact, but perhaps you might not be completely ready for that. I do believe that perhaps no contact sometimes is the best way. It's like cutting the umbilical cord. But remember, this is an addiction, and it is hard to cut. It is hard to break. You've got used to this person, whoever they may be. You're attached to them. And so you're in this kind of tango dance together where you're longing to get that person's attention. You're longing to have the relationship that you want. And it does have a kind of an obsessive quality to it, because the yearning and the hunger to re-establish an attachment bond with someone sometimes is more important than anything. You may not know the answers right now, but this is perhaps your first step, and I've got many videos that are constantly circulating around rejection, insecurity, abandonment, love addiction, how to get your relationship back on track, how to love in the right way, love in a generous way. Just keep letting go, and it's amazing how when we accept what is and who someone is, when we know that maybe a leopard cannot ever change its spots, then somehow something quite containing can happen. So to end, I just want to say that my website address, if you want to kind of stroll around it, there's many things that you can download for free. There's lots of free downloads and lots of interesting things about love withdrawal, grief, abandonment, insecurity and rejection under my resource section. And so that my website once again is www.helenmiaharris.com, and of course there is my 15-step recovery program, which is full of videos and guided journeys with lots of ebooks. The guided journeys are for pain management, to help you go through the love withdrawal and grief symptoms if you have chosen to find the strength to let go. But no one's making you. I do understand that this process can take some time, but you can start today by at least reading all the free downloads and ebooks. And if you've got any questions at all, obviously give me a couple of days to read them all. But if you'd like me to do a video on any questions at all, do send them in. If not, I can answer them. And I look forward to speaking to you again in other videos. So you take good care. Okay, bye-bye.